Hello everyone, my name is Merijn de Waard. I am the founder and director of SuperYacht Times. Since I was very young, I have been crazy about superyachts. I have been chasing them all over the world, and it has been my profession for the last 16 years. Today I want to share with you some insight and knowledge about my journey from, my very first day as a young yacht enthusiast to running one of the fastest growing media businesses in yachting. My interest in yachting started when we were sailing on my family boat in the Dutch lakes. We had a small Maxi 84. Here you can see me on the boat, and if you passed the bridges in the Netherlands, you had to pay a bit of money. Sailing through the Netherlands, you don't see big super yachts. However, occasionally you do see some larger yachts. What I liked about them, they were very different. You had unique designs. It was a mysterious world. They were big objects, and it was hard to find anything about them. So I started attending the first yacht shows. Even in the Netherlands, if we look, this was not a yacht show. This was actually New Horizon L. It was a 60-meter fat ship. She came to Amsterdam, and here you can see me probably 12 years old, don't mind the fashion too much. And then, also international yacht shows like Boot Düsseldorf. I met there for the first time, probably in the year 2000, Henk de Vries, CEO of Fatship, today still. And he was very kind, so Henk invited me to the launch of a boat, that was in 2000, February. And the launch was of Kisses, a very nice Fatship model. So it was the first time ever I attended a launch, and it was amazing. The owner was doing a speech, Hank was doing a speech, and I could walk around this shipyard and see all these boats up close under construction. So that got me more into photos. So in 2004 I went to the south of France with my digital camera, snapped every picture of every yacht I could find. It was in November 2004 that the German magazine Boat Exclusive bought my very first picture of the Hesen yacht Jalla. And that triggered me, I thought I was studying at that time, I was doing an internship, and I started with this website, yacht-images.com. The problem was I didn't have many pictures myself, so I had to start and find other photographers. So that was the first start of the business in 2005, selling images. So 2005 was an important year because from a passionate yachting enthusiast, I became an entrepreneur in yachting. And in 2006, I moved to the south of France because I wanted to be where the boats are. I lived in Antibes for 6 months, but I realized I'm not the best photographer in the world. I like collecting information, sharing data and information about yachts. So I found a web developer, gave him 5,000 euros and said, can you build me a website? And that's how the start of SuperYacht Times became. Maarten joined me for a period of few months in the south of France as well. And we had another interesting thing there, because we met the most well-known yachting enthusiast in the world, Malcolm Wood. Malcolm is in his 80s now, but he's still probably the most knowledgeable person on the yachting fleet. And he was the very first person who started collecting information about boats more than 40 years ago. And so we learned a lot from Malcolm in those days as well. And so SuperYacht Times was about having daily news, unique photography, a full database of all the yachts and companies. Plus it was accessible free of charge to anyone. We wanted to be, the first fully complete platform, and we were back in the days. Early 2007, we went to Boot Düsseldorf, and there's Lursen. At Lursen, there is Michael Brainman, who's still the sales director today. So I explained him everything about the website we're doing, and he says, okay, how can we be part of it? And we hadn't really thought about it yet, and about the pricing, we had no idea. So I was thinking, we need to aim high. So let's say, okay, 150 euros per month. And then I thought, okay, he's never going to do it. And he said, yes. Lursen, we're still very grateful for, because they're still one of our long-standing and best clients. And, it didn't go as easy with every client, we learned that the hard way. But, that was a very cool moment for us, very important one as well. To be fair, we didn't really have a business plan. We just created two passionate yachting guys, Maarten and myself. We want to create a website we want to visit every day. That was it. So the next phase of the company started around 2010-11. I think what Martin and myself always did, the first money we made, we spent everything on traveling, going to yacht shows, visiting regattas everywhere. But back then it was important for a reason we didn't realize then yet. It's the relationship. Yachting is very much relationship business. You need to meet people, you need to establish relationship. And a lot of people in this business are in there for a very long time. The people I met 15, 16 years ago are still working in this industry. That's the great thing about this industry as well. Martin started working full-time in 2011. He had still had a side job, because we didn't have enough money to pay for everyone. So we still had a side job. But in 2011, he came on board full-time. And in 2013, we had a great idea. We're going to make an iPad magazine. You could swipe up and down, left, you can click on things, animated things, which was in 2013 was very cool. But after a year, we realized, this is not this is not going anywhere. We didn't get the readers, we couldn't get the advertisements sold. So, sometimes something doesn't work and then, you just move on. Interestingly, we went from a high-tech iPad magazine to a printed newspaper. You can see the first cover over there. And it was launched at the Monaco Yacht Show. And I must say it was an instant success. Yachting was quite traditional in the marketing. People like to print, it's also nice. You can go to yacht show, you can hand it out to people. The newspaper is still very successful today as we're still making it every quarter. In 2016 in the summer I started thinking, I didn't want to do a yacht show, but I want to do something to promote yachts. So with a friend, Merijn, we started putting together some ideas and eventually created a concept called SuperYacht Gallery. SuperYacht Gallery was an exposition in Zaatje, the center of London, where shipyards designers could participate in and, buy a mini gallery in there. We said in January we need to raise at least 500,000 euros if we want to go ahead. January 2017 we had raised 250,000. So the minimum cost of this event was at least going to be 600,000-700,000 or so. So what do we do? And I just didn't want to give up. I felt like even if it's going to cost me a lot of money, we figure out where we get it from. But this is an event we need to do, we need to try. We believe in it, the team believed in it. So we went ahead. We came very close to break even. We still lost quite a bit of money, which was not great because also SuperYacht Times was at that time, without my focus purely on the event, was struggling as well to break even. The event really put us on the map. Even though financially it was not a success, but I would have done it again. The learning from how to really push yourself to the limits and not give up. So 2018 was a year of reflecting and, what are we going to do? We financially were a bit tough, because we had lost a lot of money with SuperYacht Gallery. SuperYacht Times, we had, the costs were the same as the turnover almost. So, it really puts you back into the mode. I really need to step up my game and work very hard. So we started investing in technology, in our platform SuperYacht Times IQ, SYT-IQ. We started investing in the SuperYacht Times website, go back to our core business. 2019 we got things back in gear, in mode, and we were growing again. So let's go back to beginning of 2020, maybe even end of 2019. So at the same time I was thinking a bit, what should be the next move of our company. I had big ambitions. I really wanted to grow. We were back in shape, we made good profits. We had finally some money in the bank again and we could pursue new avenues. Then the pandemic hit. The pandemic is of course not great for the world, but as an opportunity to run a business, it was great because it put me back into this survival instinct almost that, we need to do things, not sit still. Now is the time to invest. So that resulted in us buying Yacht Eye, in launching SYT 3D. Plus, as you might have seen, we have done a full rebranding of the company. Today we are around 28 people. So in just over a year we doubled the amount of people. And that's very cool because I'm very ambitious and I want to grow. The biggest challenge for me was to letting things go. And luckily we now have a great management team. For me that's great now, but it wasn't easy to do that all in a year very quickly, because imagine with 10 new people you have you know, almost doubling the amount, you have a lot of people who need to learn a lot about yachting, about the business. We are working on some very cool things now as well. You know, at the Monaco Yacht Show, you will see a very cool new yacht art product launching that will make the use of the system a lot easier. I can't tell too much about it, so I'm probably in one of the next episodes I might tell a bit about it more, but you have to stay tuned for that one. So that was a brief roundup of how I started my business and why I'm actually interested in super yachts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, or leave them in the comments, or if you want me to delve deeper into another subject, tell me as well, and I'm happy to talk about it. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time.